Lab Addicts Music Group. 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 Lab Addicts Music Group.
What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? Happy Thanksgiving to those who celebrate Thanksgiving. Gotta give thanks to the Most High for allowing us to see another day. For everybody's family to come together on this day. I don't celebrate. But hey, it's another day, another sunrise, another sunset, another day for She's a lightning rod in terms of black conservatives, black people, and black people who talk down on other black people. Now, we got Candace Owens, someone who has built an entire career off of criticizing black people. Now she's claiming she's in danger. And suddenly, she's on the Breakfast Club. She's on other black platforms. She's been trying to go on other black platforms to basically say that we've looked at her wrong, that she really wasn't talking bad about people, about black people. So I had a question. I was just sitting around talking today and doing some research, and I said, when someone turns their back on the culture, are we expected to catch them when they fall? Or do they fall alone? Do they fall alone? And a lot of people say she's trying to do the OJ. She looked down on black people for she's been talking about black people for the last 10 years. She's built her platform off of talking about black people. Tonight's question is kind of messy. It's layered. It's uncomfortable. And it means it's perfect for adult conversations with Maas. Candace is vulnerable. She says that the French government and the Israeli government is trying to kill her. And this is allegedly, but I've been watching videos and basically it seems kind of credible. And it's weird that lots of times black people who put down other black people, they have this moment where they try to come back to the community when they're in need. She's coming with softer tones and she's saying that, I was just talking about certain people. I wasn't speaking to the general public. Well, I watched Roland Martin and he put a video out and he just dissected everything that she's been doing, everything that she's been saying about black people. And now it's just funny that she's got these threats on her life, and she's been fired from her last 3 jobs. But she still has a large platform. But her platform doesn't involve a lot of black people. Now, people might say I'm picking on her, but I'm not. I want to know from black people, from all people, not just black people. Should we protect Candace Owens? That's my question. Does she deserve protection from the community that she has spent years distancing herself from? Or is this a situation that's bigger than politics, bigger than ideology, and bigger than the words that she's been spewing for the last 10 years? Because when someone claims their life is at risk, do you show compassion? Do you stay neutral? Or do you, as a lot of people have been doing, say, you're on your own, sis? Now y'all see the thumbnail, and that's the look that these people have. These are the looks that black people make when Candace Owens says she needs us. I'm asking y'all tonight, are you all going to show Candace Owens compassion? Because, black people are historically protective of each other. O.J. Simpson did not have any dealings with black people for 25 years. But when O.J. was in his time of need, black people backed him. Will the same be done for Candace Owens? Because black people, we don't always agree with each other. But we do understand what it means when a black life is threatened. Even Malcolm and Martin knew the difference between disagreement and danger. Now, and I didn't make this video because I frankly do not agree with 95% of the things that Candace Owens says. She does say some. She has. Sometimes, even a fool has his day. But 95% of the times, I disagree with everything that she says. So the real question is this newfound desire to be on black platforms and to speak to black people, is this for protection? Is this PR? Is this danger? Is it damage control? Will black people back and protect Candace Owens? If there's other countries and governments that are coming after her for the things that she said. So tonight, I'm going to try to figure this out with you all. How do you all feel about Candace Owens? Has Candace Owens, did she burn a bridge that can't be fixed? Will there be some black people that will come to her aid? Because it kind of seemed like the Breakfast Club was, there's kind of egging her on. I went back and looked at that video, and they were kind of egging her on. You don't want to be disrespectful to somebody that comes on your platform, but what do you all say? Shouts out to everybody that's watching on Facebook, Twitch. I took the picture down, Twitch, just for this show. I took the picture. Instagram, and most definitely everybody right here watching on YouTube. How do we look at how do we look at Candace Owens? Can people have changes of heart, or is it impossible for us as black people to take Candace Owens serious? YWG, what's going on, brother? Hey, man. 6 viewers. Easy, my friend. Hey man, I'll take 6 viewers, but it's more than 6. It's 10, right? It's 10 really, but yeah, the channel's growing, and you gotta have haters. You gotta have haters. But yeah, you must be a Candace Owens fan. How do we look at? How do we take Candace Owens seriously? Has she had a change in the ways that she thinks about black people? She says some really bad things about black people. And she was good friends with Charlie Kirk. He said lots of bad things about black people. What's going on, brother? How do we feel about Candace Owens? She's got this new platform. She's going to Jewish people. She's going to Israeli people. She really hasn't been saying too much about black people, but with everything that she's been saying in terms of Israelis and Jewish people, there are people that are coming for her neck, as well as the French president, Macron, whose wife, Candace Owens, has said is a man. They have sued, the government of France has an actual lawsuit, I think for $1 billion against Candace Owens for saying that Macron's wife is a man. Now she's come out and she said that Israel wanted to kill Charlie Kirk. And she said that the Jewish people who gave lots of money to Charlie Kirk are the same people that's coming after her. Did she come out publicly and go on all these black platforms? Is she looking for protection? YWG says she's on her own. She's on her own. Candace Owens is on her own. My man said I'm a loser. I'm a winner. I'm a winner because you came in here hating. That's what makes me a winner, the haters. Not the people that come in here and agree and listen to the show. What lets me know is I'm doing a good thing is people like you. Fiend. You a fiend for satisfaction with no profile picture. It's usually the people that come in and hate. But that's what lets me know I'm doing a good thing. What do we do? Do we back Candace Owens like OJ? I don't know. I'm not really worried. But said I only got 6 viewers and I'm a loser. But nah, I'm a winner. I'm a winner because I got people like you to come through. Now I want to know from black people out there, what will we do about this situation? Me, I kind of think she made this bed for herself. I, I don't think that there's any way that she can go on black platforms that let her go on there and with a serious face say that she didn't mean or she didn't say the things that we know that she did say. Hey, Pontoon Jody, how you doing tonight? Happy Thanksgiving, Pontoon Jody. Some of my buddies said they came over to your page and they looked at you fishing the other night. Did you catch anything big? Even Republicans have came out and have said that Candace Owens doesn't know. And a lot of people come out and say that she doesn't know too much. She's not too bright. She dropped out of college. But she's a millionaire. She has 1 million people who watch her and listen to her spew the things that she spews. I'm asking black people. I'm asking anybody. I'm asking people who identify with the struggle. When people disdain you and talk about you, especially when they're people that look like you, and then they have that moment where individuals let them know that, no, you're still black. Even though you talk bad about black people and you say all these bad things and, you're saying this stuff for the conservative Republicans, the white supremacists. Those are the people that the message that she spews, that's who she's speaking to. Because she's not speaking to black people like you and me. She's most definitely not speaking to us when she's speaking in the terms of how she speaks about black people. Now, when these people get the moment where they understand that they're still black, are we to take these people back? Oh, damn, you caught a hook in your knuckle. You had to cut it out. Damn, Pontoon Jody. My hat. Do we welcome these people back with open arms? I'm asking you all. People who speak about us with disdain. It look just like us. And what's funny is she talks about affirmative action and things of this nature, and she talks about not needing to have someone help her. She used the NAACP's lawyers to win a discrimination case against the school district. But she says that there's no racism. And if there was no racism, then why is she running back to us? I want to hear from the people who say that we should welcome her back with open arms and, protect this woman, protect this black queen. I wonder what Dr. Umar is saying. I don't agree with too much he says, but he's protect this black queen, protect the queens. Do we protect Candace Owens? Or do we just sit back and watch the movie? Do we just sit back and watch the movie? Now we got people like Officer Tatum and we got people like Candace Owens. And they wiggle and fraternize with people who lots of people say are white supremacists or have white supremacist ideologies. Do we welcome these people back? And these shows that she's been on, that I've watched them, that I've seen the videos of her going on, they never ask her to explain herself about the things that she's been saying the last 10 years. None of these platforms ask her to explain herself about some of the things that she said over the last 10 years. Now, I really didn't, she was anti-BL, Black Lives Matter. She's anti-systemic racism. And she's anti, if you're a Democrat, she's anti-democratic message. She says that the Democrats have made black people lazy, which is funny because on one of her videos, she said that people saying that black people are lazy wasn't racist ideology. She said that other nationalities saying that black people were shiftless and lazy and always hanging on the. She said that these words were not systemically racist. How can we take individuals who say that there is no racism? How can we take these people seriously? How can we take people that say that there is no more racism seriously? If there was no racism, maybe there wouldn't be a price on her head. Allegedly. And if there are people that want to help Candace Owens, what does protection mean for her? Physical support? Moral support? Community solidarity? Because that's what she's coming back because she wants a unified front. But we can't be unified with a person that's been divisive to the same people that are her community for the last 10 years. Or can we just simply wish that no one commits any? Can we feel good and say, I just hope that nobody commits harm to this woman? These are tough questions. Do we turn our backs on the people who turn their back on us? These are the questions that we're going to be faced with going forward. Do we turn our backs on the people who turn their backs on us? And then from a human perspective, even if we dislike someone, I mean, we don't want to celebrate violence that happens to anyone. I don't wish any violence on Candace Owens. But some of the things that she said just knowing the people, just knowing and talking to my great grandmother and my grandmothers about the stories and hearing the stories about how it was back in the 30s and the 40s and growing through Jim Crow. Some of the stuff she said, I can't even fathom that a black person would say some of the things that she said. Bud Files, how you doing tonight? Or does accountability outweigh identity politics? And that's what I meant by when she's going on these platforms and no one questions her on the things that she's said in the past. when I see a person go on a show or something, and I know that they've done things in the past, it kind of takes away from the authenticity of the person who's interviewing them if they don't bring up the nefarious things from the past. Because you can't come and ask for forgiveness or understanding without speaking about what the person, the divisive things that the person has said over the last 10 years. And that's where people have people that think critically. That's why when you say that Charlie Kirk was a good person, and Charlie Kirk, that's why black people look at the people who are bigging up Charlie Kirk with a side eye, like the people on the thumbnail. Because you cannot be in solidarity with me as a person of color living in America if you're bigging up a person that has says that I'm less than a man. And Candace Owens as well. So, knowing these things, how can you want to protect a person that has tried to tear you down? Can this person be forgiven? Can this person really ever be accountable for the things, the harm that they have caused? Even if they turn a new leaf, people change every day. Do you automatically back these people and show these people support? These are the questions I'm asking you all, because I have a dilemma. I'm asking this question because I have a dilemma. I have a dilemma because, yes, I see this black woman and she says that there are people that are trying to harm her. And me as a black man, naturally you want to, but then on the other hand, there's another part of me that's saying turn away or walk away. This isn't your fight. But the human in you, the human, from a human perspective, do I want something bad to happen to Candace Owens? No. Am I going to go out of my way to protect or are we to protect all black women? YWG said anyone that harms my people is an enemy. And her words have been very, very harmful. And I apologize for looking sleepy. I've been up the last week working on my website. But yeah, time does not wait. You must utilize it. Got to make sure that that dash that's in between those two numbers, there was something tangible that was done. That dash, that's what really matters, is the dash. And like Saddest Fiend said, yeah, I'm growing. My channel's growing. I got 5, but but I've left a diary that when I leave, my family, my nieces, my nephews, my family can go back and look at these videos. So I've left something for them. to the ways that I think. So, saddest fiend, I'm a loser. But I've left something, memories, visuals, for my people to go back and look at. Okay. Ben Daniel, thank you. Everybody's opinion is warranted. And Ben Daniel, 5901 said, I don't think she offended black people. What did she say? I'm not defending her. I'm just curious. She said a lot of divisive things. Basically, she said that racism does not exist. She said that black people are their own worst enemy. She said that numerous, I mean, I could pull up many videos of the divisive things that Candace Owens has said over the past 10 years. Now, I don't know what nationality you are, any of it, and it doesn't really matter. But unless you've been under a rock, there's many things that Candace Owens has said that have been divisive towards black people. And that's the reason I'm having this conversation. Because if Candace Owens was all good and everything, there would be no reason to have this conversation. So there are things. Candace Owens is not. She's not thought of highly in the African American, in the Black Americans' mindset. She's not thought of highly. And it's because of some of the things that she's said, some of the people that she has associated herself with who also have negative things to say about black people. So it's kind of hard to say that she's for the embetterment of black people when everything that comes out of her mouth about black people was negative. And what makes it so much more harmful is that it's coming from the mouth of a person that looks like us. And Ben Daniel, YWG, said, how could you say she didn't offend anyone, then say, what did she say? Wow. Okay. Thanks for coming. Hey. Ben Daniel said, I see what you're saying. I've just never heard her say offensive things about black people. But you're willing to be educated. And we will educate you here today. We will. Hold on for 1 second. While we're talking, I will, I'm not going to paraphrase Candace Owens. YWG said she can say whatever she wants to say, but she can't come crawling back saying, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, maybe she said something. She said a lot. She said lots. She said lots. Hold on. Let's go. Ben wants specifics. And we've got specifics. Ben. 10 times Candace Owens flexed her anti-black muscles. 10 times. So we're going to go through 10 times that Candace Owens flexed her anti-black muscles. I'm going to go down the list. Candace Owens attacks Colin Kaepernick's racial identity. I love how Ed Sean King, who is white, and Ed Kaepernick, who is half white, have raked in millions by continually telling black people that they are less than white people. Two white men claiming the system is rigged for whites as they rigged the system to enrich themselves is funny. Another quote by Candace Owens. How foolish do you have to be to believe that the Central Park 5 case is suddenly being unearthed and glamorized because people care about justice? Wake up, Black America. Millions of dollars are being spent to emotionally manipulate us ahead of an election cycle again. Go back up. Here we go. And I'll play this video. Candace Owens. And this video and article is on news1.com. Here we go.
We're going to be having a hearing on white supremacy. We are assuming that the biggest victims of that would be minority Americans. And presumably this hearing would be to stop that and to make sure that
Hold on for 1 second. This is 2 minutes long. Let me turn it up.
We're going to be having a hearing on white supremacy. We are assuming that the biggest victims of that would be minority Americans. And presumably this hearing would be to stop that and to make sure that we can preserve the lives of minority Americans, which, and based on the hierarchy of what's impacting minority Americans, if I had to make a list of 100 things, white nationalism would not make the list. And we don't see hearings on those.
White nationalism would not make the list of things that are affecting black people. Okay.
Those bigger issues. You brought up the inner city communities, which is a huge issue. Black on black crime, the breakdown of family, I think is the #1 thing that's contributing to that. And we never hear anybody talking about what happens when you remove a father from the home. In fact, I would argue that right now we have a social environment that is hostile towards men and it does not inspire masculinity or being a man and what it means to be a father figure in a household. And black on black crime is a huge issue in America right now, but people don't like to talk about that. It seems as, well, let's talk about the smaller issues and not the big issues that are facing black America. We saw this same sort of a narrative in 2016.
She is most definitely a grifter. Most definitely.
When police brutality became at the forefront of the discussion, and if you were paying attention to politicians, you would have thought that if you were a black American, you couldn't walk outside without being shot by a police officer, when in fact...
She's talking about the outcomes. She's not talking about the factors that contributed to these things. She's saying that black people are their own factors of why when there are outlying circumstances that have navigated some black people towards the lifestyle that they live.
You had a higher chance of being struck by lightning as a black American in 2016 than being shot unarmed by a police officer.
You said it wouldn't make the top 100 of the things that you're concerned about as a black American, concerned about black communities in America. What would? You can't rattle off all 100, but in the time I've got 30 seconds.
Father absence, the education system, and the staggering abortion rate, as well as illegal immigration, which, the United States Commission of Civil Rights, when they were actually doing work.
But not racism. But not racism.
In 2008, came out with a report and told the truth, which is that illegal immigration harms black Americans first and foremost. We are the ones that are meant to compete with illegals for jobs, and they are flooding our communities with crime and violence. Black American men between the ages of 18 and 22 are harmed by illegal immigration, but just saying that perspective is considered racist, and it's not. We're going to have...
Okay, that's one. That's a few. I mean, I can keep going. I can keep going. There's, I don't know. Here's one. Ahmaud Arbery, who was killed by white supremacists in Georgia, was caught on camera breaking into an unfinished property that was owned by Larry English. His mother has confirmed it, and it is him in the video. Please stop with the just a jogger BS narrative. Avid joggers don't wear khaki shorts and stop the breaking up, when it's been proven that he was out jogging. So there's just been things that Candace Owens has said when there have been actions that have been committed against black people, and Candace Owens has sided with the other side that were the antagonists. She has sided with antagonists of black people repeatedly. So that's one of the reasons why her coming back and asking for help in the black community is kind of like a slap in the face, to come back and say that lots of the things that she said, took them out of context. And I don't believe that they were taken out of context. I believe that she said what she said, and now there are people that are coming for her head, and as things like this usually happen, they come running back for protection. And my question tonight is, are black people going to provide her with that protection? And I don't see it. And like I said, she's been on various black platforms, and none of the interviewers have taken her to task about the things that she said in the past. So with a person like that, you can't move forward unless you speak about the past. Is that what it's gonna say? That's what it's gonna say about me. It said my gravestone to say, "Faithful old ninja." Audrey, that was funny. Hey, faithful old ninja. But my thing is, do we help this lady? Do we welcome her back? Does she get the OJ treatment? Or is the OJ treatment, was that because OJ was a man? Was that why he got the OJ treatment? He was kind of welcome back. Or I'm just asking. I'm just asking questions. Is she gonna get the OJ treatment? It doesn't seem likely. It doesn't seem likely. There are commercials of her running through the airport, jumping over seats and smiling, and yeah, okay, YWG, you wow for that. You wow for that. But yeah, what are we going to? I mean, this is going to come up a lot. People like Candace Owens are going to come crawling back. It's going to happen more and more. Candace Owens, Officer Tatum, they're all kind of changing their stance on things. What's the two twins? Yeah, the two twins at the white man that is creating an all-white community in Iowa. The twins asked, could they come and move there? And he said, you all are good guys, but you're black. No, you can't. You're still black. You can spew hate about black people all you want. And there are going to be people that go, yeah, say it. But when you ask, they're going to say, no, you're still black. You're still black. And somebody told Candace Owens, nah, baby, you still black. You can talk bad about black people and you can put them down and you can demean them and you can say that the men are no good and you can say that there is no racism. You can say all those things you want to say. But when you say stuff like that, some stuff there's just no coming back from. Yeah. Was it the Hodge twins? Something like that. Yeah, all these people who are grifting for white viewership. So yeah, I got 5 people watching me. But I got black people watching me. I got white people watching me. I got Indian people watching me. I got everybody watching me. And I'm not talking bad about nobody. Satisfying. Grifters. They will always come running back. And no, we're not mean for saying that we're not going to aid her. Are we wrong for that? We're coming up on an hour show. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the page. These are the types of topics that we talk about. Everybody's opinion is welcome. You can, but we will discuss it. And we can educate. I have no problems explaining viewpoints or explaining my point, because most of the stuff that I say on my show is fact based. So I'm not just on here talking. I'm not on here buck dancing, Google eyed. I'm not on here doing none of that. I'm just on here talking from my point of view about things. So, yeah. Critical thinking black people aren't going to welcome Candace Owens back. A bunch of buck dancers, bug-eyed, they will welcome her back with open arms. But people who think critically, and those are the people that tend to tune into my, 5 or 6 people that tune into my show. We're all critical thinkers. So even if it's only 5 or 6 of us, we're throwing ideas off of each other. It's going to be for the embetterment of us 5 or 6 people. I'm being facetious. But it's not the amount of people, it's the message. Now, eventually, others will get the message and will come aboard. Because it's all about growth and continuous improvement. But back to Candace Owens. I think that, there are just some people that they have crossed the line, and there's no coming back. There are going to be some people who are going to fall victim of the charlatan ways of people who do those things. There are going to be people who say, oh, it's a new leaf. You can change. You can change. You can. But that doesn't mean I forget. It doesn't mean I forget. Like Anonymous. We don't forgive. We don't forget. Just expect us. Have Mom's FedEx me some. Mom's is not sending no pies and cakes. I didn't even go home. I did Thanksgiving solo. I ate chili for Thanksgiving. But yeah, we're talking about Candace Owens tonight. Can she be welcomed back into the community? Will she be welcomed back? And just from the people that have left comments in the chat tonight, I think it's going to be pretty hard for Candace Owens to ingratiate herself to black people. Because when even the people in your party disdain you, black Republicans, that's a niche group. All these people know each other. When I'm talking about high level black Republicans. And she does not ingratiate herself to the thinkings of them. She's an outlier. Like YWG said, she comes off as a grifter. You make money by talking bad about your own people. People that say that there's no such thing as, when a person of color says that there's no such thing as racism, that's not a person that I can really have an educated conversation with. A person that says that there's no such thing as racism, their method of thinking is so far outside of the norm that it would be impossible to have a logical conversation with this person. With that being said, we have to talk to these people on a daily basis. We have to listen to them. Maybe somebody can say something that will help Candace Owens understand the position that she has put herself in. But us as black people, that's not for us to delineate. She has to come back and be accountable for the things that she's.
Lab Addicts Music Group.
Only she can explain why she said what she did. And until she does that, it's kind of hard to even take her serious. So to come crawling back now, I don't wish any harm for her. I hope that this assassination plot that is against her is, I hope it comes out to be unfounded. I would not want anything to happen to anyone, regardless of their viewpoints or how they think, or if they even if it's a person that thinks that there is no such thing as racism. Everybody has their right to have an opinion. We don't have to agree with it. But when you say things like that about black people, and you talk bad about us for 10 years, and you say that, we are our own worst enemy, in some cases it is, but there are underlying circumstances that has brought that about.
Lab Addicts Music Group.
We know this. COINTELPRO. Candace Owens comes across as a COINTELPRO agent. If you don't know what I'm talking about, COINTELPRO, you need to look it up and do some studying on it, because she really comes across as a COINTELPRO agent, a double agent. That's the vibes that I get from her. Do your own research on Candace Owens. Maybe you'll come up with a different theory that says that maybe we should extend our helping hand to her. But from the algebra that I did says no. That's how I was looking at her. And that's how I will continue to look at Candace Owens. Just like the people in that pump. Does Candace Owens need black people's protection? Yes. Will she get it? No. This is your boy Maas. This has been another edition of Adult Conversation with Maas, where we talk about the things that other people are scared to talk about. I'll be back in the future. Tuesday with another show. Be back tomorrow night with the sex show, where we will discuss everything sexual in medical terminology. It's your boy Maas. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace. I'm out.
Lab Addicts Music Group.